Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of the Independent Wrestling Podcast here on the Independent Wrestling YouTube page associated with the Independent Wrestling Facebook page. Very excited for the second episode. You will have this podcast every single Sunday evening. Today we're going to be talking Progress, Southside, Ring of Honor, New Japan, PWG All-Star Weekend 11. So much to talk about. Hope you stick around. Please leave your comments down below. Comment on the Facebook page. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe if you want to see more. Quickly, a quick plug at the start of this episode. No Wrestling Limitations. It's our brother-sister page. They also run a podcast every single Friday evening. Admin RCA, very knowledgeable admin in the world of professional wrestling, runs the show. I love it. Listen to it every week. I highly recommend you guys do the same. Facebook.com/IndieWrestlingNWL is the place to go, or just search it in the search bar. Covers a vast array of topics. Highly recommend you definitely give it a listen. We'll leave links down below to all of the bits and bobs. Definitely look into that. As I say, fantastic admin. He's done it for 4 months now, so he's kind of got a pretty good audience beginning to build, I should say. So definitely join that audience, and links, as I say, will be down below. We're going to start off with our typical look at the European wrestling scene for the first third of the podcast. Progress Wrestling Hit the North, Chapter 24. Another very good show by Progress. I was at this show live in O2 Ritz, Manchester. It's the first show for Progress outside of the Electric Ballroom in Camden, London. And obviously, I think everyone's a bit nervous about how is this crowd going to react? Are the crowd going to be as good? Because if you follow Progress, you know one of the selling points of the brand or promotion itself is how good the crowd is. And that was everyone's kind of nerve before this show. And the people I sit next to in Camden, I was sitting next to here in Manchester, and we're all a bit like, I really hope this lives up to it. And I know the promoters were also a bit nervous, but that was quickly dismissed, as if you're there you can see. The crowd was red hot the whole show. Really fantastic to see. I think about Progress, I always say this, but the fans are so positive into the action. I feel sometimes other promotions that can classify themselves as having really hot crowds can get a little smarky, like you fucked up chants and kind of we are awesome. That doesn't really happen at Progress. We just don't really believe in that. It kind of falls under the mantra of don't be a dick. And that's why Progress is, in my opinion, the best wrestling company on the planet outside of New Japan. Which obviously is kind of a wee kind of disclaimer whenever I say that phrase. I'm actually going to do a full review of this show on Wednesday, Wrestling Reviews Wednesday, on this YouTube channel, so subscribe if you want to see that. I'll just quickly run through my live thoughts on this show, and for a more detailed on-demand thoughts on the show, I definitely tune in on Wednesday evening for the on-demand review. But just very quickly, the whole show was very good fun. It's a very fun show. Had a really good main event. Ospreay, Zach Gibson, Morgan Webster was fantastic. Ospreay and Webster and Gibson are just three fantastic young British guys that I highly recommend you guys hunt out and see. I think Ciampa called Gibson this week the best all-round talent in the UK, which I would probably agree with to an extent. I think he's fantastic. Morgan Webster's coming into a league of his own, and Ospreay is just ascending up the ranks worldwide. This was another fantastic performance by him. Sabre Ciampa live was very good. Live it was very good, verging on amazing. I think it was one of those physical matches I've seen live. I didn't quite translate it as well on tape. I'll discuss that more on Wednesday. Bubblegums Haskins had a very crisp match. Skrull Rampage Brown was very fun live. Skrull's character is just, he's got to a T. He's fantastic, huge fan of his. SDS Riots was also very, very physical. It was a very good match as well. 6-man, really fun. Eddie Dennis, Mark Andrews have the best theme song in the world right now. But again, as I say, more detailed thoughts on this will be coming out on Wednesday in Wrestling Review Wednesday. So I'd check out for that. Southside Wrestling running Seasons Beatings show on Sunday, 27th December in the Priory Centre in St. Neots. I won't be attending the show, sadly. I'll be up north for Christmas, but this show looks fantastic. I think debatably the main event will be Zack Sabre Jr. versus Morgan Webster. Just talk about Morgan Webster, how he's really coming to a league of his own recently. He just really got the whole grasp of kind of the storytelling concept down to a T. He's very like Will Ospreay, people kind of associate Will Ospreay a bit harshly, I feel, with, oh, he can't really tell a story, he's a bit of a spot monkey, which I totally disagree with, like 100%. If you watch Ospreay matches, I know one of my friends actually, Admin H on No Wrestling Limitations, is coined by saying that Will Ospreay is like Sami Zayn and Ricochet meshed into one. Got the athleticism of Ricochet, got the storytelling ability of Sami Zayn. So that's a compliment if you want to have a compliment. But Morgan Webster's fantastic, Zack Sabre Jr. is fantastic, that match will be fantastic. Another match, Kaylee Ray, El Ligero, this is like a loser leave Southside match. If you follow Southside, which I do, it's been kind of a big feud between kind of the faction of the Righteous Army, Kaylee Ray, Jimmy Havoc, Joseph Connors, the Pledge, against kind of Southside in general. Actually, at Sheffield in October, El Ligero had a fantastic match with Jimmy Havoc. You can also no disqualification match, Virgin a death match, which I don't really like, but live it's always quite fun. This match was pretty crazy. So kind of leading to this, Kaylee Ray, one of the best female wrestlers in the world, I would call her. Top 10 at least, definitely one of the best workers in the UK, alongside Nikki Storm and Pollyanna, who I'm a huge fan of. I think underrated to a huge extent in the UK. I think she's really fantastic. This match should be fantastic. El Ligero, one of the best workers in the UK. I really think he deserves more exposure worldwide. And then also another match I've kind of coined, Pete Dunne, Tommy End. Tommy End is just a badass anti-hero. He's so good. Again, someone I'm glad getting kind of the widespread attention he deserves. He's really fantastic. Pete Dunne, another highly underrated guy, had a few really good matches this weekend for Fight Club Pro. I think he faced Zack Sabre Jr. and what I've been told was very good. The thing about the UK, there's so many great promotions doing fantastic shows, and I go to a lot of shows, but I'm going to such a small percentage of the shows, which is quite scary, how many great shows there are in the UK. But this match will be superb. Both guys are fantastic. Both guys work really well with Southside, so I'm sure this match is going to live up to the hype. So I highly recommend you, if you're in the area, get to the show. I think it's like 25 tickets left, which again goes to show how over British wrestling is and how good a company Southside is, and I really like Southside. Definitely check the show out. Ring of Honor, moving on to the Americas, North America, South America, Mexico discussion. First off, Ring of Honor Final Battle, Friday, 18 December, live on pay-per-view. Main evented by AJ Styles with the Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Sort of a dream match on the independents per se. I know these guys faced in TNA, but like TNA doesn't really produce fantastic matches. I mean, like 3 fantastic matches in TNA history, which doesn't really kind of bode well for the company. I don't watch TNA anymore. I haven't watched it for 3 or 4 years. So this match is kind of the first time ever inverted brackets, where it's going to get the time, get the freelance booking, and maybe allowed to blossom. But this match will be fantastic. Jay Lethal is someone in the last year who's just really improved. He's always been very good, but like he's just gone for the next level when it comes to wrestling ability, in my opinion. AJ Styles is also fantastic. He's a great 2015. Since leaving TNA, he's had 2 of the best years I can think of any professional wrestler on the planet. It's great match after great match. He had a great G1, AJ Styles. And this match is going to be superb. Other matches, just to run through the card very quickly. We're going to have Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, War Machine Kingdom, Young Bucks versus All Night Express versus the Briscoes, Michael Elgin Moose, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Dalton Castle, Silas Young, Alex Shelley, ACH and Matt Sydal against The Addiction and Christopher Sabin. Just a few matches that struck out to me. Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong. Bobby Fish, a guy I actually met in the UK when he was working for Preston City Wrestling, the Ring of Honor Super Shows. Great guy, really great guy. And Roderick Strong, obviously one of the best wrestlers in the world today. Roderick Strong has had an amazing 2015. I kind of always said about Roderick Strong, he's one of the best workers, but in the past he's a bit stale, and his matches always seem to be like very good to good, but not exceeding that level. And I'm really happy that 2015 has really kind of exceeded my expectations from him. He had an amazing year. Top 3 wrestlers in the world this year. His match with Zack Sabre Jr. ×2 have been like mind-blowingly good. And obviously had a great match with Jay Lethal. And I'm sure this match, he's going to go out with one more fantastic match of the year contender, and hopefully Bobby Fish can get that out of him. Another match stood out for me, War Machine, Rowan Hansen against the Kingdom. Again, I met War Machine in Preston from Preston City Wrestling last month, and very nice guys. Both very good. I had a great match with Red Dragon on those Super Show. And the Kingdom, I think Kingdom have done well this year. Like, I think at the start of the year, I watched a few of their matches and thought, oh, they're just going to be kind of like a team that are good, but not like great. I think they can exceed what I kind of where I put them in my kind of rankings in my brain. This match, it should be good. It should be good. I don't think it's going to be like match of the year contender or like match of the night contender, but hopefully they'll produce a good match, and I'm sure they're capable of it. And the War Machine, I highly rate them. Hanson more than Rowe, I should add. Right, I just want to talk very quickly about PWG All-Star Weekend 11. I'm recording this on Saturday morning here in the UK, and I'm just seeing the results of All-Star Weekend 11. I'm not going to spoil any of the results of the show. I'm just going to kind of discuss the two major moments of the show that are spread across social media as we speak. I aim to cover the most up-to-date info as I can. Adam Cole, baby, has returned to PWG. From the photos I've seen, it looks like we took the Super Dragon mask and that on, and he's for Mount Rushmore 2.0 alongside Roddy, the Bucks, and Super Dragon. Really glad to see Adam Cole back in PWG. I kind of felt a bit I kind of missed him there. It's been almost a year without Adam Cole in PWG, and see the Ring of Honor guys back: Michael Elgin, Adam Cole. I've got a feeling Kyle O'Reilly's going to also come back. I just quickly to move on to Sami Callihan. I think he returned to face Drew Gulak last night. Callahan, I think he basically said he's been in a cage for 2 years now. He's going to kind of come out and let go. And I think that's really good to see. I love Sami Callihan. Seeing him in March when he comes to the UK. Very much looking forward to that. He's a great talent. He's fantastic. And I kind of predicted that last week in the podcast I would return to All-Star Weekend 11. And I don't know if I'm right. But I think anyone could see that coming. See what's going to happen tomorrow night. I assume Callahan's going to kind of join the team and be involved in that kind of death match, kind of guerrilla warfare, which effectively turned into a death match. But this match would be great. I was just be 5-on-5 guerrilla warfare, which would be absolutely mental. Final part of the show, but by no means least, Wrestle Kingdom 10. This is talking about Japan. Oh my goodness, this show. Oh, this wrestling show looks amazing. I think I went on record last year and said Wrestle Kingdom 9 was the greatest wrestling show of all time. And I stand by that after watching it last month again. But man, this show is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable. Every match on that screen you're looking at right now is going to be great. And I'm thinking I'll go through each match as it is on screen. Hiroki Goto versus Tetsuya Naito, in a special singles match. It's going to be great. It's going to be really great. Goto and Naito from their matches in the past work well together. They call that nice intricate blend. It's going to be interesting to see how they kind of work the match compared to other matches when Naito's been a kind of a baby face and does lots of flips and shit. But as a heel, I think this match is going to be really unique. It'll be really kind of fresh to see face kind of Goto going against a heel Naito. It's not what we obviously typically see in New Japan. This will be fantastic. Highly looking forward to this match. Four-way junior flip fest between Seidel, Ricochet, Red Dragon, Roppongi Vice, and Bucks. I'm obviously I have my complaints with New Japan's junior heavyweight scene. I wish it was a singles match, but nonetheless, this is going to be good. It's going to be very good. I don't think it'll be great per se. I think it'll be very good. I've got very strong feelings about this match. I'm hoping it's going to be very fun. I'm sure it will be very fun. Hopefully, they don't try to kind of cram in too many spots into this. That's like kind of the problem I had with the match last year, the four-way. But undeniably, it's been very good. Lethal Elgin and Ring of Honor World Championship. If Jay Lethal beats AJ Styles, which I think he will, versus Michael Elgin. This match will be very good. It's amazing to see Jay Lethal in New Japan. I don't think he's actually been in New Japan before, or Japan per se again in general. So I'm sure he's going to take his opportunity. Elgin's so over with the Japanese crowd, and this match is going to be so great. It's going to be so great. Then we have Katsuyori Shibata versus Tomohiro Ishii. for the Never Openweight Championship. Holy shit. This match is going to be unbelievable. Ishii and Shibata are both two of the best wrestlers in the world today. Ishii is just a badass. Shibata is a badass. His match with Ibushi at G1 day something was amazing. So I'm sure this is going to be superb. Buzzing for that match. It'd be so good. That could possibly steal the show. But looking at the two main event matches, then that's what I was thinking about. Like the pacing of the show is going to be really tough because like you have like 8 matches here that are like 25 minutes all of them, and they could kind of use 25 minutes to be fantastic. It'll be interesting to see what they can give less kind of minutes to. I think they're going to give not very many minutes to Ishii Shibata, and this is going to go a very physical match, kind of similar to the G1 match in 2013, I think it was, or 2014, 2013, I think. I think that's what they're going to plan to do. Got Honma Makabe against Machine Gun and Doc Gallows. A really good match booked, I think. Honma's so over. He's so over. I don't see them winning the titles, to be honest. I see Machine Gun and Doc Gallows probably going over, especially with Honma's current kind of judicial issues, which I'm a bit confused about it right now. I'm not going to profess to know much about it. But this will be great. Because Honma's so over, it'll just get the crowd into the match right away. The near falls are going to be superb. Buzzing for that match. I'm sure like at one point in that match, although I kind of know the Bullet Club will probably win, that I'm kind of sell to myself that Honma's going to get the win. But nonetheless, Kushida, Kenny Omega. Oh, this match is going to be awesome. They had a great match earlier this year. I forget what show it was. They've had so many shows in New Japan that it's really hard to remember exactly what shows each matches were on. But I think this match is going to be great. Kenny Omega is one of the best wrestlers in the world today. At least one of the best charismatic wrestlers in the world today. He's fantastic. Kushida's also superb. Main event 2 matches. Find a better pair of main events than this. Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Intercontinental Championship. IWGP Intercontinental Championship, I should say. The dream match that everyone's wanted to see forever. And they came apart in the last year and a half in New Japan, and this is finally it. Cannot wait for this. I'm not going to say too much more about it. You know how great this is going to be, and no matter what I say, you're also going to tune in. It's like a must-see match. It's going to be amazing. Is it going to be as good as Nakamura and Ibushi? That was fantastic. Fantastic. It was mind-blowing. So we'll see. I kind of think it might be, and that's a scary thought. Main event. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuchika Okada. People have complained that they're seeing this match again. It's like the third Wrestle Kingdom we've had this match. I just don't understand why you complain, to be honest. Like, it's Okada versus Tanahashi. Every time you step in the ring, they have like a classic. I have their match at last year's Wrestle Kingdom ahead of Nakamura Ibushi. I thought it was an amazing match, but not as good as the match at King of Pro Wrestling 2013, which is one of the best matches I have ever seen. Maybe the best match I've ever seen. And I just got a feeling that Okada is going to go over to get his big win over Tanahashi. That's what we have to understand. New Japan don't do kind of like little kind of feuds. They like to build it over time. And this match is going to be a classic, an absolute classic. And you'd be silly not to tune into this show. This is going to be the show of the year. It's going to be one of the best shows of all time. And it's going to be amazing. New Japan World, just buy it for the show. That's it, guys. Episode 2 is complete. Talked about a lot today. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you do give us a thumbs up on the Facebook page, comment on the Facebook page, thumbs up the YouTube video, comment on the YouTube video, give us a share to your little friend who might like our podcast. I'll see you next Sunday for episode 3. Probably be talking about All-Star Weekend 11 Night 2. So hopefully some big stuff happens there that will allow us to talk about it. So thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you in episode 3 next Sunday.